That was cool.
Blew the exhaust off. Right off.
Early this morning, we're en route to go see a friend. Almost to our favorite spot, the silos. Well, there's the load, friends. Quite the haul down. This thing's doing just fine this morning.
Alright. Ready to bebop down the road.
Favorite spot down here at the silos. Back on the road. Only manuals.
Hey, I'm a manual kind of guy. What can I say?
Base a manual. Model A, of course, is a manual. Duty's a manual. And, I mean, that welder looks pretty manual, so.
Oh yeah, nothing automatic about us.
Legit though, we're heading down. Some old school garage happening. Here at the Hoserz.
Can't wait to see Merlin.
Quick stop here. O'Reilly, here in Vegas. Tool bags out.
Hi.
What do we got going on, Mr. Scott?
I am finally taking care of some farmer wiring from the previous owner that needed some attention. And it only really gave us real problems when we got 14K on the trailer. And I like brakes, so we're gonna have brakes here in a minute.
Kind of important. Back in action.
Always pack a tool bag.
It saved us more than once.
Let's hit it. I've always wanted to come to Merlin's place.
Merlin. We brought you some more stuff here.
I like stuff, especially with like this.
Isn't
That
it?
thing is crazy right there. But when you got a Model-A Ford and a 12-valve Dodge, oh, sorry, that's not 12-valve, that's 24-valve. But stick shift, that's a load of gold.
All
Then
manuals.
you're towing it with this junk Ford. Like, what's the deal?
Hey, Faith did it.
Faith. That's
yeah.
faith right there.
Yeah.
Pretty cool. Cool car. Dig it. Crazy.
Came from Texas and then sat in a garage in Murray for about 10 years. That was a friend of mine.
Wow.
Finally ended up getting it. Just safety.
These cars have a lot of wood in them. As you can see, this right here is gone. This piece here's that board runs from there all the way back and underneath here,
Okay.
and that's what holds this.
The top of it's
Yeah, the top's gone.
both sides.
Yeah, and unfortunately, that's one of those things. You can feel this door; it's kind of flimsy. That's all the wood structure. It's just hanging on. It's pretty original, all of it.
That's cool.
But yeah, that's the whole frame, everything. It's all wood. So yeah, it's one of those things you probably don't want to do the wood in it. It'll take you your lifetime to do it.
I bet.
But you do want to tighten it up, and wherever you can fix it and put a little metal bracket in or whatever. But yeah, once you start on that wood, it'll be a can of worms you can't put a lid on. Like and it's nailed. You can see all these little nails. All that sheet metal is nailed into that wood. You got to treat them like they're wood. You can't let the kids swing from the doors. You gotta close the doors, not slam them. Because those little alignment tabs, once them break off, the door will just fall off the thing. It will just come off going down the road. Ooh, look at that. It's pretty clean under the hood. Pretty nice. That's crazy. I've only ever seen 2 of those fans.
Really?
So the metal 2-blade fans, they have some kind of like a rhythmic vibration, and the blades break off of them.
Okay.
They literally will shatter. There's another one I can show you here. It's like a propeller.
Okay.
It's actually an okay 2-blade. Now when they're 4-blade steel like this, they're okay, but the 2-blade ones, they're no good.
Wow.
Yeah, that's only the second one I've ever actually put my hands on. It looks pretty good for the most part. Does it smoke?
Not too bad.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, you probably want to order a 4-blade for this, because these cars here, 28, 29, they have a shorter radiator. I mean, it's a couple inches shorter, and they run a little hotter in the summertime.
It does.
Yeah, it heats right up.
Yeah.
The headlights are not factory. Those have been changed. Those are King Bees. They're actually pretty popular for hot rodders, but they're not the factory light. Looks pretty good under here. No front shocks. The rear shocks aren't hooked up. Parking brake work?
Yeah. Actually.
Yeah, that's rare. That's good. Looks like all the linkage is here for it. I like it. Cool car. It's the most fun you can have in an old car. Model A or a Model T.
Oh, it's fun to put all the kids in there and take them.
Yeah.
To go get, you know.
Go get ice cream or
Right.
Thule down through town and stop traffic.
Yep.
Cool. Well, let's unload this
Judy.
this jewel of a Dodge.
Yes. I will have me one of them.
These four-door valves, they definitely got noisier clutches. They every time a piston fires, it's like hitting the crank with a sledgehammer, and that just echoes through the gears. That's why that lug in it, teeth
Right.
just pop off,
junks
they
them
fly
out.
off.
Lazy
Hopefully,
shifters.
Hopefully that's if you were looking through the cover, then that's the gear. So third gear is usually when you horse on it in third gear.
Yeah, and I was in fifth passing an oil truck,
Okay.
and so
Yeah,
that's
yeah, fifth gear's in the back, but
right.
what drives fifth comes off the very front of the transmission, down through the countershaft, back up to back. So the only gear that doesn't really have a destruction point in this trans is fourth,
Oh wow.
because it's straight through.
Stay in
You can
fourth.
knock all the teeth off all the other gears, but you'll always have fourth. And I've had people call me, hey, my trans is all blowed up. What do I do? I'm like, you still have fourth gear. Well, I don't know. I haven't tried it. They try fourth. It's like, yep. All right, put transfer case in low, take off, and shift it into high. You have 2 speeds. You're in fourth gear, but get her back to the farm.
Right, right.
You know, it's a tough way to go, but it'll get you home.
For sure, for sure.
Well, welcome to Arizona, an
Yeah,
old
this
school
is the
garage.
place. Yeah, I've
This is it.
followed you for years on your
It's
on
so
all your
funny.
Facebook lives and everything else. I feel like I've been here before, but
Yeah, it's looks just like on TV, as seen on TV.
that's right.
We'll get this thing lifted up tomorrow and tear the transfer case out of it. I've got gears, so these are. It's kind of ironic because I just did one last week, same thing. But yeah, this is the small gear. This one goes up on top, and then obviously this one is the bottom gear. So this is when you select fifth, this is what you're engaging. Your synchro is literally on here, and that's what selects you into fifth, and then that gear runs on there. So
Gotcha.
you've probably chipped a tooth here, and then these are all just blowed off. And what you were seeing through that bottom hole little bit of that gear right
barely.
there. You rolled it around.
Barely, yeah.
And as it's coming in here and locking, that's,
Popping.
yeah, it's gonna have spots where it's trying to walk, and it's just kind of bad for it. But yeah, then we'll get into the nut. I've got all the stuff for that. So hopefully we got enough stuff to piece it back together. It'll be a fun project.
Get Judy back on the road. She's usually old reliable.
Yeah.
You know how it feels when old reliable.
Oh yeah.
So.
Yeah, you might as well just burn the farm to the ground.
That's right. We're stuck in a 6.0, but hey, faith got us here. So
The 6.0. That's pretty crazy when you towed your Dodge in with a 6-liter. That's ironic.
Right.
So are you gonna load the 6-liter on it to go home? And
probably.
tow back with
Yeah.
the Dodge? I like that.
It's not Judy for sure. So.
I like that. It ain't been started in forever, and it'll start right up. This car just doesn't even care.
That's cool.
Like you just old reliable. Yeah, these old cars are just. It's gonna make a liar out of it. Ready to go town now. So yeah, zip back over in the Model-A and go sit down here somewhere for dinner and goof off for a minute, and then we'll just zip over in the Model-A and we'll get started on that in the morning.
Well, we've made it to our place. Merlin's got us hooked up with quite the place, actually. Trailer's over there, Model A's unloaded, Faith. Nothing on her anymore. Check out this little casita. This is quite the place.
Way nice.
But we're gonna hop in the Model A. Merlin has said that is our ride here in Havasu, and we don't disagree. There's a lot of cool old cars around here, so we're gonna hop in Model A, go to dinner with Merlin.
Ready to go to dinner?
Yeah.
Got Merlin. Down that way? Yep. What a vibe.
It is for sure.
That's cool.
Cool to be driving with Merlin.
You know what you're doing? Got a little speed wobble.
A little bit. We're golden.
Well, she did pretty good. A little warm. Nothing crazy. She stopped the overflow. She's just kind of boiling up a little bit. Not bad. Well, you lugged all the way up this hill in third too. She did it. Probably wanted some more RPM for some fancy food. Pretty sweet. Dinner was good. Merlin is a ball of knowledge. Ball of knowledge, man. I can't wait to, kind of figure out what we're doing tomorrow over there. Hopefully get a tour of all of his junk too.
For sure.
Because that's one of the highlights of this whole trip for me is just seeing all the junk I've seen for years. So, you know, so you ready to go in?
For sure.
We'll let the whole blue cool off overnight here. Pretty sweet view. Thanks again, Merlin, for the hookup. Well,
We're here.
we're here. Call it a night.
Till tomorrow.
It's a runner. We're here.
Look at that.
Definitely weren't made for bigger dudes. Here's your window knob.
Thank you, sir.
Good. You've already got Judy up, and holy crap.
Yeah, we're that one bolt away from seeing what you damaged.
Nice.
You know, there's always that one bolt. How's the hot rod running this morning?
Good.
Hot? That's what you need to get for that thing.
Definitely.
All the little Model A places, I'll set you up with all those today. They sell that fan. It'll pull twice the air, and you don't got a chance of blade going through the radiator.
How many fifth gear nuts have you fixed, you think?
Don't even know. You gotta figure I was working for Dodge in '93. 94, these MV 4500s started coming out, and they were falling off the gassers too. A lot of people say, oh, them gaskets don't fall off. They all fall off.
Lazy shifters.
Lazy shifters and gooseneck balls.
Yep, gooseneck balls in the back of the truck. If it's got a gooseneck ball in it, you're gonna have teeth falling out of the cover like that.
That's jewelry right there.
That's something, all right. So what I worry about is the teeth under this little ring right here, because a lot of times that's actually got the good fifth gear nut in it. So this fifth gear nut's a clamshell right here, and it clamps together. So we will be reusing that, but we'll put the sleeve over it. Those you can use indefinitely.
Nice.
Those are pretty much a no fall off.
Right. Okay.
But when you put my little insurance deal on the back of it, they
That's
don't fall
cool.
off.
So when I got this truck, that's the reason I got this truck, is actually this snap ring had fallen off. This assembly had come back.
Okay.
And if you look at the housing, you can see where it is worked into the housing a little bit before. And yeah, and I did the nut and all that then, but like I said, just didn't hold.
Yeah, that's the good nut though. You just took the teeth off from lugging it. It happens.
Lazy shifting,
Yep.
as you call it.
Yep.
I like
Lazy
it.
shifting.
Sure is cool to finally come to your shop, Merlin.
That's funny. I just think it's just a regular old shop, but all these people want to come by and visit my program.
What year are your boat motors over here?
So the Elto on the left, that's a 1938, and then the one on the right, and that basically is what they call an Elto POW. It's an Evinrude, which later became Evinrude Johnson. The one on the right, it's about a 42.
Wow.
And I think the one on the left is a 1.5 horse, and the other one's about a 2 horse. And they're just, you know, they're just those cool things. You gotta have some of that stuff in your shop.
History.
Yep.
People forget it. That's when we start having problems.
Yeah, it's the character, you know, like that old car sitting out there. has more class and character than most people, especially that guy that ran us off the road last night.
That was crazy.
Yeah, if I wouldn't have had you guys with me, I might have done some stupid stuff to that poor old guy.
I mean, here we are, you know, if I had been taking a step back in time and he was going forward for sure.
Well, maybe he was having a bad day, I don't know. I didn't really like the way he went around me. He almost hit me. But, you know, sometimes you gotta just let that stuff go.
Right.
We'll give him a once, but like I told him, I'm watching for him. Yeah, that looks good. So these teeth in here, I'll show you. Come out here. These teeth will break. And what happens is they just start breaking off, and pretty soon you'll be neutral going down the road. So, yeah, I just used the one I usually keep in stock on this poor feller that did the same thing you guys did.
Right.
But, yeah, that's good because I don't have one at the moment.
Pick his anvil out.
That is cool. We need an anvil.
There it is.
That's awesome.
Magic man.
That's awesome. I think, wow.
When you know, you know.
When you know, you know.
See how that pin goes in there?
Just like that.
And then that goes right on there with the notch
So it can't come out.
and locks in and holds the pin in, and that keeps it from spinning. Now see, most people would have never known that, and they'd have just thrown it together, and that little pin would have been rolling around in there for days.
Probably like it was.
Anyway, yeah, I don't know if I dropped it or you dropped it. I'm thinking you probably dropped it because I don't know how I'd have got it
And down in the belly.
in that far,
Right.
but yeah, if you don't know, you don't
Cool
know.
find.
Yeah, it's cool find. Cool find pin. Yeah, so there's old Happy Gilmore. Blowed up Gilmore over here with
Wow.
the other blowed up.
Shooey.
Kaboom.
Yep.
I mean, they say it looks violent.
Oh, it felt pretty violent. I knew she was hurt, put it that way.
Yeah, I was talking to you. There was no doubt it was broke. Jet Ski Jimmy, what are you doing?
Nothing much.
That's kind of what's going on over here. Look at this.
Looks like more than nothing much.
Look at this.
Extra parts.
A little bit. Couple of ouches there.
That's bad.
It felt bad.
Would you like hear it go and think like, oh, we'll just keep driving?
Oh, I was in Duchesne dragging another 12 valve home that I picked up and passing an oil truck, you know, lugging it like he says not to do.
Yeah.
And she let go.
Ting, 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 ting.
Right. Yeah. I was up there dragging another 12 valve home for Paul. And,
That's the fix.
That is the fix. That is the ultimate keep your fifth gear nut on forever
We like it.
for four-wheel drive. That fifth gear nut comes loose, it touches that there little thing, and this holds it on. It's pretty hard to push that bearing through the back of the transfer case. So that's the easy route. So let's glue the cover back on, and we'll walk away from this for a bit and have some fun.
Sweet.
Does this have AC in it? Nope, no AC on this one yet. I've thought about putting it in, but this is just an honest old truck. You can sit out here for a year, and do that any day of the week. Won't be long. We'll have to roll them windows down, Jimmy.
Right.
You ready? So this is my Holy Grail golf cart. a Yamaha G16. It has a 3-cylinder John Deere Yanmar diesel engine, of course. Gotta have diesel.
I've got a little 3-cylinder out of a Havasu.
It's a little twitchy on the steering. Just be careful of that. Stop speed. Perfect. 3-0.
This thing is sweet.
What do you think?
I'm gonna build one of these. That's sweet.
Gonna build one of them, huh?
Oh yeah.
That's cool.
Merlin's getting us a spare tire.
Yeah. What do you think of that? Gotta have tire for the old Model-A.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's the weekend. Oh, right on.
Would you look at that?
That place is
Look at it. Living the day in an old service shop.
And all the farmers are selling their land.
I'll be 25 cents, sir.
Right?
1930 price, 25 cents to fix the tire.
there you go, right?
Actually, we gotta find lug nuts is what we gotta do. I need a lug nut. Yeah, I don't know.
It just looks way better.
See? It's all it needed was a tire. Let us see. The good ones.
Dude, does the trailer
See how that went on. With no shortage of Model-A stuff around here. This right here, I built this car. Shit, it's probably 13, 14 years ago now.
Oh, wow.
But this is a 31 Model-A coupe with a 331 DeSoto in it. DeSoto with supercharger. It's got a little B&M rowdy deal, but this is all cloth wiring. It's all traditional hot rod Buick finned brake drums. It's basically built as they would build them in the 50s, and completely period correct everything, including lake headers. But this car's rowdy. This car gets after it. It's been painted with a brush. Okay, so this paint, my wife's dad had this paint. He had 2 gallons of it. It was leftover paint from the Golden Gate Bridge. So one year when they repainted, because they paint the Golden Gate Bridge every year. They start at one end, they paint to the other, then they come back and they do it again. This was 2 gallons of paint left over from the Golden Gate Bridge in like 1970. So I had to paint it with a brush. It was really thick, had a lot of lead in it, and then we wet sanded it and clear coated it. But yeah, that's original red oxide from the Golden Gate Bridge.
That's cool, Merlin.
So yeah,
That's
definitely a cool old American hot rod. It's got a power glide in it with a wiggly stick. I don't know if you know what a wiggly stick is, but it's the floor shifter that came in a 62, 63 Impala.
Okay.
And it was hooked to the transmission, and when the motor would idle, it would sit there and wiggle. So they called it a wiggly stick. But
When was the last time you had this out?
it's been a while. Probably, I mean, I'm thinking probably when we filmed the episode of Vegas Rat Rods on the dry lake bed.
Okay.
Like, it's been probably 4 years. It's been a while. It's one of those cars that found me. Wasn't I wanted that car, but I wasn't looking for it, and then it showed up.
That is cool. Like most of your stuff, it's got
100%.
a pretty cool
Got
story.
a long story to it. Okay, you want to hold that thing up there?
thing done. Merlin has a zipper on these things.
Yeah, they're easy. Easy peasy.
Well, she's buttoned down. So.
Oh, sure. You got the easy one. The rest of them I had to crank for like 16 turns.
Third gear, treat it easy. No lugging in third, no gear slamming, jamming. Seriously, never.
Third soft as well, huh?
Third's the worst gear in these.
Okay.
Serious. Just come here and look at it. See how wide second gear is?
Mm-hmm.
See how wide third gear is?
Gotcha.
I have more people break third gear than any other gear.
Really?
And it breaks the counter shaft like it's...
It's pretty catastrophic. At that
Yeah, it
point.
is. It's thousands of dollars to fix it because it just screws it right up.
So you get splinters, you know.
So I'd rather get them in my finger than.
That's
gears.
okay. That's
Three
valid.
gears.
You'll heal. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's wash our hands and go get a taco and come back and we'll pick up some oil.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, synthetic oil here. And then we'll do that, put the skid plate back on this, and then weasel it out of here, and then pull the Model-A in. No, I got it.
All right, Jimmy. Lunch in the dock.
This is like 77, 8, 10 Datsun.
Electronic fuel injected.
But look how OG it is. Like, look at the
Alright.
headliner. Like, it's rusted out, but
Where'd you find it at?
car show. It found us.
It found us.
We're going to lower it a little bit. We're going to put big sway bars from a 280Z. We're going to take it to a track out here called Chuckawalla,
Oh wow.
and we're going to rally this thing.
Fed. Jack's hot over here. Get some oil.
Uh, 85, 140 quarts. Love it. They'll pay the drill.
On TV or what?
You're on YouTube, man. You're on the world famous elevated.
Well, at least this one's clean. The
Hoserz. The Hoserz from Utah. Do well.
Nice meeting you too.
You too. Thank you, sir.
See ya.
Good, Marlon.
Dude, look at the 67 convertible Chevelle.
Oh yeah, check it out.
You got the plug?
Judy's coming out of the hole.
What's this girl's name?
Judy.
Judy. All right, Judy. All this binding.
Yep, clanking
All
and
this
banging.
binding going on. Look at that guy's yard. That's so cool. I'd love to be his neighbor.
Coolest yard I've seen.
There's third. Fourth.
Oh yeah.
Fifth.
It's good to see Judy rolling again.
Runs good. Feels good.
Oh, I
Trans
miss-
feels
I
good.
love
Fifth
Judy.
gear's good. Reverse is good. There's no more noises. It's like pretty awesome.
What a relief to have Judy back up. Happy again.
Yep. What brake pedals it got? A little bit.
Oh, the brake?
Yeah, it doesn't work. It's supposed to latch.
It was latching.
It does a little bit, I guess. Good tight. Good and tight. You're missing your gas pedal button. The button that goes on that.
No clue.
Yeah, there's a button that goes
Okay.
on that. So it's called your gas pedal button. Your gas pedal button. Once upon a time, this interior was pretty cool. This little button right here.
Oh,
This just screws on. You order that from the Model A place, but that screws on there. Somebody lost it. Yeah, careful. You just touched the Robbie Layton secret sauce.
The banana.
The banana Morvere. So in 1928, this little V-drill went all the way around and down. They made 700 sets of those fenders.
Wow.
I owned a pair once upon a time.
Wow.
And I was like, you know, I don't care about those fenders, and I sold them. Now you guys tell me, they're like, do you know what those are worth? I'm like, they're worth all you can get out of them, I guess.
Wow.
Oh yeah, would you look at that? We got brake rods for days, linkage, the springs are off. Right here. This right here is a return spring here. It's the only one intact. The rest of them are all MIA. So this thing right through here, you want to lube this real good. Okay. This is part of your brake assembly. These little pivots right here, like you want these things dripping with oil and grease. I like the hanger. I like the hanger. So we're gonna need to check this
It's
thing.
like a hose guy put this on, right?
Hosers. Yeah. It needs an exhaust system.
And these are leaf springs you're talking about being worn out. Oh yeah. Look at them. Holy crap.
Yeah, how bad are they?
They're bad.
Well,
Yeah, they're almost sawed completely in half. So yeah, that's a problem. That's something you guys are going to want to address. That's going to need some bushings, and yeah, I don't know. That
That's
might need
before our goal of 55.
Yeah, that's. This is the wheel bearing. You always want to grease these. You always want to grease them for sure. This thing here, though, you really want to lube this. We're going to adjust all these, but I'll show you how to adjust up on these brakes. They're not even dragging. Got a loose wheel bearing. Well, that one's got a loose kingpin. That's the wheel bearing that is loose, I think. This is the kingpin. It's wheel bearing, most of it.
Yeah, Kingpin's not moving.
Yeah, we'll have to pull the front wheels and tighten that. That's some of your shimmy is your wheel bearings. So before we go adjusting the brakes too tight, we'll do that. We're going to tighten all those. Every one of them is just sloppy loose. So we're going to tighten all that stuff up. Front ones don't look too bad. Front bushings, pretty good. Them rear ones, you'll definitely want to address those probably sooner than later.
What's involved with the second gear issue?
That's probably internal to the trans or the top. I just shifted it on the hoist. It don't feel like it's going all the way in. So I'm thinking the top might have something wrong with it. The very top of the transmission.
Okay.
And we'll see. We get time here. We'll pull the floor up and lift the top off of it. I've got a couple tops out here.
So this wood is not originally your thing?
No, a lot of this has been replaced. A lot of these body pieces. These side ones I think are. I think that's original.
Just keep it up with you.
Yep. I run Jimmy hard.
I get sidetracked.
And this car's not, overly beat. It's got woven brake pads. Those are OG.
Oh, really?
Full of asbestos.
Yeah, a lot of stuff.
Good stuff right there. In almost perfect condition because they're out of adjustment and not touching. Like I told you on the phone, just oil it down. You can't get enough oil on a Model A. It needs to be literally dripping everywhere. Right here, this Lucas hub oil.
Okay.
That's 250 weight. That's what goes in the transmission. That's what goes in the rear
I
end.
think we got straight STP in there now or something.
Okay, well if you get this hub oil, that's 250 weight.
That's what we're gonna
It
get.
will actually just buy a few quarts of it and put it in an oil squirt can and just start putting it on everything like these right here. you drip it on there. This actuates a thing, pushes the pin down, and that operates. I'll get this all hooked back up, and then I'll show you. We can actuate it and kind of show how it works. It's kind of
simple for sure.
Kind of archaic.
yeah, it's kind of like, wow, somebody dreamed that up 100 years ago, and it like came from the wagon era or something.
Okay.
When you pull on that brake, that's what you're operating right there.
Just pushing the rod down and splitting it.
That's all it's doing. It's
Crazy.
driving a wedge in between there.
That's so cool.
That's all it's doing.
That was cool.
Blew the exhaust off. Right off. Go ahead, fire it up. That was exciting, huh? He's like, where's all that water coming from?
Heard you guys took a shower.
Well, we bathed the car a little. She runs good. She definitely heats up. She needs a little
You just throw a heel coil in there?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
We lost,
fix there.
we lost the electrical again, lights and stuff.
Still don't tighten.
Well, I think it's time for a harness.
It's time for a harness, an amp gauge,
I need.
probably an alternator. You
Yeah, that's enormous.
That's what we're all waiting on about. That welder.
That's right. All right. I'll guide you back.
You're good.
What are we doing? We're welding. That's
Right
what
now?
we're doing. What is this around here?
You like that? Is that a governor for the throttle?
Oh, that goes up here, yeah, for that.
That's what I
Okay.
thought that
Yeah,
was.
that's the belt for the governor.
Governor?
Governor. No choke. See smoke? I see smoke, boys. Sounds like a Model-A Ford.
That is freaking cool.
That's pretty awesome. Runs better than the motor in your car. Started easier. Sorry. That's cool. Yeah, it's trying to retard the timing a little. Your car started moving.
What's that?
Your car started that good.
I don't know. Maybe when we pick it up, huh?
Yeah. Dude, we got some heat in the motor. It's happy.
I love
Feels
it.
like she's a warbling a little. Oh, the bolts are out. That's what the deal is. There's no bolt in the generator over here, and that one's probably loose. Plugged in the wrong hole. Yeah, that's what she said. It's a good day.
It was a real good day.
We got a welder running.
Truck fixed. Got fifth gear.
A Model-A kinda.
Kind
That
of
you're gonna leave with me, and I can hot rod around town.
cannot
That'll
wait.
be fun.
Cannot wait to see Merlin cruising Havasu in the 29.
Yeah, we'll go down here spring break, pick up some girls.
I'll be back down for that.
We'll be all over YouTube. Well, thanks for bringing all that stuff out.
Absolutely, thank
Good
you.
to see you guys.
For sure.
Until next time, man. Drive safe.
Sure.
And,
We're gonna load a Ford on the trailer this time and pull with a Dodge.
tow a Ford with a Dodge instead of the other way around.
That's right.
Cool.
Thanks again for showing us all of your treasures. I've been wanting to see this for a long time.
You're welcome. Yeah, it's just old school here. That's all. Set your clock back to like 1950. In some cases earlier.
It's awesome.
We just hope we can learn a little bit and keep some of it alive, Merlin. That's it.
Do it. Do it to it.
Appreciate you.
See ya.
Thank you. All right. What do you want to do, Mr. Taylor?
Well, it's
What time is it?
11 p.m. here. It's midnight local time where we're headed, Utah.
So if we left now, instead of staying the night here at this nice place, we could be to Paul's what, by 7?
6, 7, yeah.
6, 7 in the morning. You know I'm a night rider. I like to go. So you know what my vote is. We can hook Judy up, put Faith on, and go.
And we do got fixed Dodge to try out.
Or if we stay here, we don't get up till 6, I don't know ish, and then we're driving for like 12 hours tomorrow.
Get home tomorrow at 11.
I say we just don't sleep and go.
I'm game.
All right, that's what we're doing.
Let's head. Orderville, we're in route.
Load up.
Okay, 12:59, 1 a.m. almost here in Havasu. We got everything.
I think so.
We're checking out. Checkout time's 1 a.m. So.
It is for us.
All right. Well, we're on the road. It is 2:58, 3 a.m. Not sure if that's Arizona or Utah.
Yeah, I don't know either.
But either way, we're a little ways, 244 miles from Orderville.
Judy's doing good. We're doing 80. Just singing those RPMs.
You know, and was an 1 3/4 DR pipe.
Yep.
That 2-inch chunk of 1 3/4 DR pipe. Doing pretty well.
That was the Merlin Forever 5th gear nut fix. I think so. Paul's not been one to sleep in.
All right, Paul.
Morning. That's how it should be. A Ford getting towed by a Dodge.
Right.
Yeah.
How are you?
I'm good.
I mean, it got us down there.
Yeah? Fifth gear working like a dream.
Oh yeah. Oh,
Did it
yeah.
ruin anything or did it just come off?
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah! Look at that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Took
ruined
all
it.
off. He said this was one of the worst ones he's ever seen, and all the ones he's done. Hundreds of them.
Yeah, that's awesome.
There's a pile of cool stuff
Oh,
and a
yeah.
pile of stories.
Oh man. Yeah, he's been doing it a long time. Well, let's see if we can get this out of here.
Oh, I might need to move.
Oh, no, I think. Like that. That'll work. Okay, that box has got to go. That's your pump. Then I hope it's all here.
Sweet.
Because never unboxed it.
Musical trucks. I think that'll ride just fine.
You're right. Try it. See what it looks like.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you're right now.
What do you think about that?
Like a Dr. Seuss book. Merlin just is awesome. He just kept walking back to his garage,
Oh yeah, he's got stuff.
grabbing some stuff, and yeah, like
Yeah. Did you leave the car down there?
yep. He's gonna
He'll get it doctored up.
put a high compression hat on it, and there's some other things he wants to do
That's
to it.
cool.
So wants to period correct the steering column. And
He
some other
knows
things.
all about that stuff, man.
Oh yeah, the encyclopedia.
Yeah.
The church goes.
Interesting load there.
I think it'll work. Looks like a gypsy, rolling gypsy can, but it's tight.
I'll load it up.
All right, let's get out of here. All right, Taylor, we're home. We're done.
Finally, we're back.
1,200 miles,
1,200 miles.
3 days.
We got a lot done though.
Worked on the 29, got a bunch done on it. Got the welder runs. Judy drove all the way home just fine, 5th gear nut.
Fifth gear nut. She did just fine.
Merlin is an animal. the amount of stuff we were able to accomplish and get done, and the drive and everything's
And still had fun and went to dinner and had some good tacos.
for sure.
It was a good time.
Well, I'm tired.
Sunday, we got work tomorrow.
I know, I'm gonna go dream about putting this lift up.
All right.
Yeah.
See ya.